Hello, this is your RPG Archivist, again with another Dragon of Icespire Peak, my ongoing review series of the various adventures, and these, the Dragon's Barrow quest and the Woodland Manse quest, these are the last time you're going to see these cards. These are the last two quests on the quest board in Phandelin. As you may recall in previous videos, the players, they start their adventures by looking at a quest board and picking out what looks like something that they might want to do. And as they do quests, some will drop, some will pop up, and so on and so forth. And it's a pretty good way of doing things. I've seen it done in video games, particularly one of my favorite video games, Wizardry, Tale of the Forsaken Land. Love that game. A lot of fun. But this is the first time, at least the first time I've seen it done in an actual tabletop game, and I had always thought about implementing something like that. But I'll talk more on that when I get to the overall review, because I do intend to do a big overall review of Dragon of Icespire Peak. But for now, let's talk about these final quest board adventures. And we'll start in alphabetical order. We'll start with the Dragon's Barrow quest. And I've already got that marked here. Dragon's Barrow. Look at that. Here's the Dragon's Barrow map. Let's see. This is the exterior of the map. Look at that. Kind of shaped like a dragon. Kind of clever. The Dragon's Barrow is a quest to locate a sword used to fight a previous dragon, a green dragon, as a matter of fact. And according to legend, it took 2 parties to take it down. And this is the tomb of, I'm assuming, the leader of one of the parties. And they, in honor of her, they made it into the shape of a dragon and filled it with traps to keep people from getting the sword. Because stealing the sword would be grave robbing. I always think that's funny. Adventuring parties don't really think twice about invading the tombs of other people. It's like, I mean, they would consider, they'll be like, oh, I'm digging up a grave. That's probably not a good thing, but oh, go into that tomb and loot it. Yeah, we'll loot the tomb. That's okay. Yeah, it's a trope, I guess. So, interesting thing about this, it's a good little adventure. If the players are not hostile and are in a talkative mood, they could run into a centaur that will lead them to a separate adventure. This adventure in and of itself is okay. It's not bad. I gotta admit, we didn't actually run this one. It had a interesting creature that I don't see a lot of, is the, well, spoilers. Spoilers. I've already spoiled it with the map. Spoilers. But yeah, there are some will-o-wisps in this adventure. They're not a creature that you particularly see often in games. I remember when I reviewed Forgotten Temple of Thorosden. Yeah, the Forgotten Temple of Thorosden. There were will-o-wisps there, I think, or were they boggarts? Yeah, I'm getting on a tangent. So yeah, you don't see them too often, but they are in this adventure, and it's mostly traps and exploration. And fair warning, there is one very nasty trap. I've always been a bit of a complainer about how, I love 5e, but they've definitely nerfed a lot of stuff in 5e. I mean nerfed. But there is one trap in this adventure that I don't see any player that triggers it surviving. I don't want to spoil it. I know I've said spoilers, but there is a trap that is is like, if it gets triggered, whoever triggered it and anybody with them, they're probably not gonna make it, because this is like Tomb of Horrors level deadly. I think it is. I don't. Maybe I'm misreading something. I don't know. But you know, in an adventure world, and in a role playing game where everything very much favors the players are incredibly efficient with their damage. They make the monsters a sack of hit points, but the players get very efficient with their damage, so it kind of balances out that way, but then it's really hard to kill the players. Not that you're going out of the way to do that. It kind of goes back to that old argument, is this simulating a fantasy world, or is this simulating a narrative story? Which I'm not going to get into, because that's its own video and will take forever. I've bounced back and forth on that subject many a times. But anyway, getting back to the adventure. Yeah, there is one trap that if you want to keep the 5e, I don't know what the word is, the nerfiness of 5e. If you want to keep throwing your players soft balls, you might want to alter that trap a little bit. But if you're like me and you believe that the players need to have some stakes involved and not just be like a choose your own adventure where you probably, you know, whatever choice you make, it is going to turn out okay in the end, then yeah, leave the trap. Dungeon Masters, when you read this, I think you will find what the trap is. But for the most part, the adventure itself, with the exception of that one, it's not that tough. It's a good little exercise. You go in, find the stuff, maybe pick up a little bit of lore. Good to go. It's not bad. I do like the lore behind the tomb itself, though. I like anything that reminds players that they're not the only game in town. There are other heroes. There have been other heroes. There will be other heroes. There are other heroes. And they need to live up to those standards. They probably already do, though. Anyway, that was Dragon's Barrow. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Then we're going to go to Woodland Manse. Okay, Dungeon Masters, players, well, not players, because you don't want to spoil this for yourself, so not players, but Dungeon Masters. Dungeon Masters, do you have players that like combat? This is the one. I was reading through this one. This is one we did not play, unfortunately. In fact, I don't think any of the Adventures Save 2 after this we actually played. But we'll get to those later. This is a very combat-heavy adventure, and it's good combat. When I was reading it, I saw how the fiddly bits worked. I saw what happens where, when, and why. The player's got to be on their toes. I would love to see a big tactical map for this particular scenario. You know, an upstairs and a downstairs map for this particular scenario, and just have the players go from room to room, talking about exactly what they're doing and how they're going to do it. Because this is a nice little adventure. I like Woodland Manse more than I thought I would. There are, let's see, it's mostly orcs. This is the orc threat that you're dealing with here. The orcs that have been displaced and joined with the, I forgot what the other tribe of half-orcs are. So yeah, this is that. And this is if anybody ever tells you all the druids they're neutral or they're good, no, they're all over. This is a good adventure that indicates that, yeah, there are evil druids. And I kind of like the idea of evil druids. Give the players a taste of their own medicine, right? But yeah, Woodland Manse, pretty good. There's one encounter that I like in particular. There is I'm going to spoil this one right now. There's a closet that if the players find it, there is that, what was it, robe of fluttering? I forget off the top of my head. All it does is whiff around like it's in the wind, right? And it's hanging on a hook in the closet. And that's it. And the players, I could just imagine players opening the closet and they'll see the robe moving and they're like, wait, what's that? Is this going to be a monster? Is this like a specter? Is this a trap? What is this? Wait, where's the wind coming from? Yeah, the wind. That means there might be a secret in here somewhere. They're going to be searching for secret doors, looking for where the wind's coming from. No, it's just, it's perfectly still. But if the players finally put two together, they realize, oh wait, this is a false alarm. We're being trolled. There's nothing going on here. And for their reward, they get a magical cloak that effectively does nothing except look cool. Which I'm all for, because I can just see, I don't know why more magics like that aren't just applied more often, like a cloak of glamour, where it just looks really cool when you wear it, or, you know, a dress that ups your charisma a little bit, makes you more attractive, or, you know, just things like that. Why you don't see more stuff like that, because you know that that's what people would use. It's like all the medical research in the world, and you're looking for ways to stop male pattern baldness. Yeah, because that's the way humans are. But yeah, Woodland Manse is a good adventure. I have fun with, I think I'd have fun with Woodland Manse now that I've read over it a second time. So I remember the first time I read it, I went, meh. And when I read it a second time, I went, oh, wait a minute. This one has some promise. And yeah, Woodland Manse, not bad. I don't know if it's top 5, but it's good. I like it. So that ends the remainder of the... What did I do with the cards? You know what I didn't do? I didn't read the cards. Oh, no! I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do the video again. I don't even know what I did with the cards. What did I do with those? Oh, well, heck with it. Huh. You saw me holding the cards. Here they are. There we go. Yeah, I didn't read my cards. Well, here. Read the card yourself. And here's this one. Just stop the video and read it yourself. Because I'm professional like that. I'm not doing another take, people. It's one take. It's all you get. You ain't the boss of me, and I don't get paid. Ha! The reviews will continue, however, because there are more adventures, side quests, if you will. About 5 of them. In fact, I wrote them down. Circle of Thunder, Falcon's Hunting Lodge. Falcon's Hunting Lodge. I don't know why I keep saying Falcon. Falcon's Hunting Lodge, Icspire Hold, Shrine of Severus, and Tower of Storms. And I'm going to do them by 2s. Once again, I just don't know which 2 I'm going to do. I'll definitely end on Icespire Hold for sure. So these are the little side quests that you could go through, and I'm going to start working on those next. Until then, this has been your RPG Archivist, and see ya.